just with the simple adjustment of the guitar volume, you know, changes it all. How'd that go again? Sunshine of Your Love, but yeah. Contemplating taking that deep switch out. That's part of the bassiness. That deep switch may have been a big part of the problem. Now you gotta ride that presence back. From plexi to right up to a, you know, a low end modded JCM 800. Deep switch back in. 10-inch, that just made a world of difference. I mean, you know, like I said, I was going to mod the reverb section of it to make it a little bit more output in the reverb, but hell, it's coming through loud and clear now. Whereas with a 12-inch speaker, I think my my thought on it is, with that 15 watts, I think everything was designed for that low of power, so it really didn't have enough to push through that to get that cone really thumping in that rigid in the 12-inch speaker. That 10-inch just fits it perfect, and the power and everything, it's all balanced now. I think that's just all there was to it, was those 12 inches, it was unbalanced, is the best I can come up with. But yeah, I mean, and that Raging Cajun, $65 speaker, and it's still not even finished breaking in yet. But I mean, it's, you know. That deep switch just makes it sound like it's got a bigger cabinet. And it's not bad if you get the amp set right. And I mean, now I've got the bass all the way back to 3, the mids are still on 4, highs are on 4. Presence, I backed it down to 5. So, you know, and different rooms, it sounds different in this house. I don't know why, don't know if it's size or what, but you know, may still just be part of it's still breaking in. But for not even being 100% broken in, I'd say it's probably 75 to 80% broken in. I'm loving that. I mean, I'm gonna find a 112 cabinet, extension cabinet, to put that Commonwealth in, and then I'm gonna convert the 112 Black Star, cut it down and make a head out of it. Just make it a HT60 head, and then I'll try the amp through that Commonwealth and see which one's better. But I mean, for just something to tote around and to jam with, that's awesome. I'm loving it. You know, later on, once I get everything squared away, I'll, you know, do a head-to-head against the Black Star and see what I come up with. But I mean, for that and the versatility of it, that's what I'm loving. But yeah, that speaker, I was getting ready to do some more modding to the gain stage on it, but after I put that speaker in there and then got it kind of broken, started breaking in, I was like, maybe I don't need to, because before I was only running my gain at about between 6.5 and 7. Now I'm up to 8 with it. I mean, there's the gain maxed out. if you want to do something, and the conversion isn't tough. It's not like, you know, rocket science. You know, I just took and cut I think it was like 11 tall and 14 wide. The baffle in that's 1/2 inch thick, so I bought some 1/2 inch 6-ply birch plywood. Cut it. Cut a 9 1/4 or 9 1/8 hole out in the center. Speaker fits right up to it. Mark your holes, 4 holes for the thing. You can pop the little holders for the screws out. Put them into that. Paint it black, and then just I put 4 wood screws around it, fit it over the hole. I've actually got the speaker centered up in the amp now, where they had it sitting off to one side. Now it's actually centered. Got plenty of room back there. I can change tubes, do whatever I need to do. You know, it's really easy. And, you know, why Marshall didn't put a 10 inch in that instead of a 12, it makes a hell of a difference. I mean, it changes everything on it. And, you know, I may end up where I modded the gain stage, going back and, you know, dropping the resistance on the resistors I changed just a little bit at a time, and kind of bring that gain back up a little bit on it. I think that would be a rocker. I mean, for what I use it for, and I've got the OD pedal, that right there is going to be more than enough. So I doubt I'll end up messing with it, just a thought. But there you go. That's a Marshall DSL 15 with a 10 inch Eminence